Kirat Manghim Temple at Sanohatiban. In the Gopal genealogy, it is documented that following a reign of 32 generations spanning 1779 years, which began with their conquest of the Lichvi Valley, the Kirat dynasty eventually lost power, leading them to migrate eastward within Nepal. In the eastern regions of Nepal, the Kirats continued to govern. Subsequently, after the unification of Nepal and during the rule of King Surendra Saha, on the 12th day of Bhadra in the year 1905 Bikram Sambat, a military unit known as Vairabnath Paltan was established. Remarkably, this unit was exclusively comprised of Kirat Limbus, highlighting the significant contribution to this formation. The initial formation of the Vairabnath platoon among the Limbus started as a company and eventually evolved in a battalion. Presently, it has undergone a transformation into the Air Force of the Nepali Army. This signifies that the Kirat Limbus made their collective entry into the valley through the establishment of the evolution of Vairabnath platoon. Notably, this platoon or Paltan had a unique role in escorting the royal family during tiger hunts, guiding them into the forest for hunting expedition. Indeed, with the establishment of various battalions within the Nepalese army, it appears that the movement of troops into and out of the Kathmandu Valley has experienced resurgence. One day, King Mahendra was riding the Godavari through Saddobato, Lalitpur. After going down a little further from Saddobato, they stopped at a small Hatiban. After seeing a hill that looks like a temple in a desolate state with its leaves torn off, King Mahendra called the farmer working in the fields around there and asked, "What is this religious forest-like terrain?" Farmers answered in unison, "Maharaj, it is a holy shrine of Kirats where Kirats gather during Udhauli and Upauli festivals." The Kirats said that after celebrating Udhauli festival, it always rains and we start farming. King Mahendra understood that this place is a sacred place of the Kirat caste which lacks care and has ordered the relevant bodies to plant trees immediately. After that, this forest still looks green. The Kirat community comprises Rai, Yakka, Sunwar and Limbu ethnic groups. The Manghim temple, nestled in Hatiban of Lalitpur, holds special significance for them. This religious site is dedicated to the Kirati faith and features unique doors that are distinctively crafted. The temple is surrounded by a lush forest spanning approximately 2.34 hectares, creating a scenery and refreshing environment that attracts visitors who seek a tranquil gateway. During the major Kirati festivals of Mangsire Purnima Udhauli and Baisak Purnima Uvauli, Kirati community members engage in a traditional dance right in front of their respective doors at the Manghim temple. It's important to note that these dances are exclusively to their own doors and it is not customary to perform them at the entrance of others. Historically, dating back to the reign of King Surendra and Prime Minister Jangabahadur Rana in the year 1905 Bikram Sambat, the Kiratis, specifically the Rai and Limbu communities, have regarded the Hatiban area as sacred. They established the Vairabnath Paltan and recognized this place as a Kirat pilgrimage site. Since that time, it has been preserved and revered as such. Subsequently, worship rituals and traditional dancing have become integral aspect of Udhauli and Uvauli festival celebrated in this area. Additionally, there is a Sakyalathan, a place of significance for the Kirati community. Kiratis have a long-standing tradition of performing the Sakyala dance as a means of benefiting nature, a practice that has been upheld since ancient times. The Kirati people have a rich and enduring tradition of performing the Sakyala dance as a way to pay homage to nature, a practice with roots dating back to ancient times. The tradition dictates that the Sakyala dance is performed following a ritualistic puja or prayer at the Kirati Manghim temple in Hatiban. In Kathmandu, this dance is also performed at other designated locations like Turikhel and Nakiput. According to Kirati elders, the timing of these dances is closely tied to the movements of birds and animals. When the onset of summer prompts, these creatures migrate towards the Himalayas. The dance is referred to as Ubhauli. Conversely, during the winter, when these animals retreat into darkness, the dance is known as Udhauli. This nomenclature reflects the seasonal rhythms that are an integral part of the Kirati culture. Kirati celebrates the Ubhauli festival following Boisak Purnima, which marks the beginning of the summer season. During this festival, different Kirat ethnic groups have their distinct dances. Kirat Rai performs the Sakenwa Sakela dance. Limbu engage in the Chasurka dance. Yakka participate in the Chasua dance. Sunwar celebrates with the full Sadar dance. A significant part of Ubhauli involves offering new grains such as paddy, millet and ginger to their ancestors, along with worshipping them in each household. It is firmly believed that consuming new grains without this ritual can lead to illness. Furthermore, Ubhauli Puja intends collective worship of the land and an expression of gratitude to nature. On Vaishak Purnima, Bhumi Puja, or worship of the earth, the sky, river channels, air, water and forests are all reverently honored during Ubhauli. This act of devotion seeks blessing from ancestors and nature. During this period, people and animals from the plains often seek respite from the heat by venturing to the lakes. Simultaneously, the planting of crops like corn, millet and ginger takes place. The Sakela dance is performed as an integral part of these rituals aimed at propitiating the earth, venturing nature and seeking the blessing of the ancestors. The Udhauli festival is celebrated as a gesture of offering to ancestors and thanking nature. It takes place on Mansir Purnima Tithi, which coincides with the arrival of new crops after they have ripened. This festival holds special significance during the winter month of Mansir, when fish, birds and humans alike start descending from higher elevation. Udhauli is marked by the gathering of the crops that were planted during the summer months and a ritual of worshipping nature. A celebratory dance called Sakela Sili is performed as an expression of joy for the bountiful harvest, offering reverence to the changing season and the abundance provided by nature. In the past, the Sakela dance tradition involves dancers imitating animals as a part of their performance. However, with the advancement of technology and cultural evolution, contemporary Sakela dance often feature people dressed in traditional Kirati costumes, accompanied by the rhythmic beats of drums. The shift reflects changes in how the dance is practiced and presented. Not the less, it's important to note that historically, the Kirati people have indeed engaged in the practice of imitating animals as they perform the Sakela dance in villages and various other settings. This aspect of the dance tradition has deep roots in Kirati culture and heritage. A Sili Mangpa, a man leading the Sili, or Sili Mangma, a woman leading the Sili, leads the group during the Sakela dance during the Udhauli and Ubhauli festivals. Making a circle, woman and men dance hand in hand, foot to foot with the beat of the drum. The characteristics of this culture is to gather together and perform dances. Limbu plays the chaprong and dances the kelang. Rai dances Sakela. Sunwar dances the Shadar Seal, and Yakka dances in Kelakma. The dance is meaningful by acting out the movements of the hands, knees and body. Thank you.